Think about the piece of gum in your pocket, or the crushed leaves at the bottom of a summer drink. We generally tend to treat mint as a passive garnish, a botanical flavoring used to give food a cold, refreshing taste. But the feeling of icy freshness exists entirely in your nerves. While you feel a chill, the physical temperature inside your mouth remains unchanged. This cellular diagram shows the TRPM8 receptors on the human tongue, which are designed to fire only when they encounter physically cold temperatures. Mint contains an active oil called menthol. When these molecules enter the mouth, they bypass temperature physics and latch onto those sensors, sending a false freezing signal to the brain, even though the tissue remains perfectly warm. This makes mint a potent chemical agent, capable of overriding the standard sensory signals of the human body. This manipulation doesn't require physical contact with the tongue. Because these oils are volatile and airborne, they can enter the system through the sense of smell. In this cross-section of the brain, we can see how inhaled menthol vapor hits the hippocampus, the area governing memory and alertness. Clinical studies have shown that smelling peppermint oil can trigger a 20% increase in focus and memory retention while decreasing mental fatigue. Long before mapping these pathways, ancient Roman hosts used mint to influence banquets. Servants scrubbed tables and floors with crushed leaves before guests arrived. Releasing these oils provided a calming influence, keeping conversations civil and guests alert during meals. By saturating their halls with these scents, the ancient elite utilized the plant's biological properties to help manage the social atmosphere of their gatherings. The plant's chemical influence extends further down the body. Within the digestive tract, menthol performs a different type of physical manipulation. Irritable bowel syndrome is a condition defined largely by painful involuntary spasms of the intestinal muscles. In this view of the intestinal wall, we see how menthol acts as a targeted antispasmodic. The compound interacts with the gut wall and causes the smooth muscles to relax, stopping the physical contraction at its source. For relieving these specific digestive spasms, the compounds in this plant offer a level of speed and precision that rivals many modern laboratory medicines. These compounds serve as the plant's primary defense system. In the wild, menthol is a biological deterrent designed to ward off predators. To insects, menthol is an overwhelming sensory signal. Approaching the plant, the chemical binds to their receptors, creating a disruptive sensation that forces retreat. When humans consume these defense chemicals in high concentrated doses, they can interfere with the human endocrine system. This chart tracks the data from studies on heavy mint consumption. In men, a high, regular intake of peppermint or spearmint extract is correlated with a drop in testosterone levels over time. This duality, both soothing and disruptive, is reflected in the Greek myth of Minthe. The story claims a river nymph was crushed into the dirt by a jealous goddess, transforming her into a weed that would be trampled underfoot. The resulting plant was left with a sharp, piercing scent as a reminder of its origin. Even in myth, the herb was seen as a creature of the underworld, possessing a hidden, defensive chemistry. Because we often treat mint as a simple flavor, we tend to use preparation methods that destroy its active chemical benefits. Boiling the leaves directly in water or food breaks down the menthol molecules. This causes the therapeutic oils to evaporate into steam, leaving behind only the inert plant fibers. To preserve these oils, mint should be consumed raw. If you are making tea, the correct method is to remove the water from the heat source first and then steep the leaves in a covered vessel to trap the volatile compounds in the liquid. The common mint leaf is a delicate assembly of volatile oils and sensitive structures. The next time you experience that familiar chill, you are witnessing the same chemical reaction that has influenced human health and history for thousands of years.